Crypto Millie, I'm back with another one. Okay, so Jasmy is trending, right? It's the project to talk about, but I want to kind of like pull up a few things for anybody looking to get into Jasmy, because again, guys, you don't want to fall into the trap of chasing green candles. Now, if you got into Jasmy around 203, where we originally made our support zones, right? Our floor zone. We can, I guess we can call that the floor at this point, right? You're probably like 4 or 5x from that initial entry point, right? What I'm looking at is a handle pattern. You can also call this a bullish flag setup, in my opinion. Now, of course, it's not going to look exactly like this, right? But what you want to happen is you want Jasmine to come back and retest, right? Retest this support that we have at about 1 penny, right? Retest, give a lot of new buyers an opportunity to get in, right? There's a lot of, news going on about Jasmine and Japan as a whole, as far as liquidity being poured into new startups, right? We know Jasmine fits the bill of one of the most bullish utilities, right? Data, right? Some security of data and the monetization of data. There's a few bullish catalysts coming up. I was looking at Twitter, and JD made a great point about Binance, right? Creating that volume, right? We're seeing Binance. We know that they're a top market maker for the Jasmy coin, right? And he says here, horror, now is the time to push hard to collaborate with Richard Tang and the team to solidify Jasmine's position and remove the monitoring zone classification and reinforce confidence in Jasmine. And that reinforcement would be huge for a project that already has about $1 billion in volume. If we swing over here to coin market cap, you can see the volume here is over 1 billion. This is insane. I mean, this is absolutely insane. It's currently ranked 11th in the entire cryptocurrency market in volume, guys. So there's a lot of people that's paying attention to Jasmine right now, which we knew. We knew, if you just go back and watch the previous videos, Jasmine gets a lot of social engagement. So you can imagine once the narratives flip bullish for Jasmine, as it found its floor, you can imagine liquidity that was, prepared and ready to perform, to pour into Jasmine. Not to add, family, you can see they don't just have Binance as an MM. Coinbase is listed on Coinbase, Gate.io, and even Crypto.com. So it's very, very easy to access and buy Jasmine token as retail comes, like a full force back into crypto. This could be a project that sees a lot of looks. Now, why are you saying that, Millie? Because the first thing you notice is that a lot of YouTubers talk about Jasmine. Some of them talk about it because they believe in Jasmine. Others talk about it because it gets a lot of views. When you talk about Jasmine, this project gets a lot of views. It already has 60,000 holders, so you can see that there the trust and the interest is here in Jasmine. So me me my opinion on it is that, of course, Jasmine is going, in my opinion, right? I believe, I don't want to say of course, let me change my words. I believe Jasmine potential could send it to the heights of 10, 20. Would love to see it at 50 billion, right? $1. Does it make it there? Who knows? We still have a whole group of people that look at Jasmine in a negative light because of what happened with the huge token release. A lot of people got wrecked, right? The whole tokenomics of the Jasmine token changed. Hence the reason it was put into the monitor innovation zone, right? So now that we're seeing $1.1 billion worth of volume, it's hard to say that this project deserves to be in the innovation zone. And not only that, family, there's news that we could potentially get some updates on the Q4 lockup, right? The Q4 in Japan, I believe, is March. So they're looking at it like this: Q4 lockup, more news on the Jasmy chain. Don't know how that will goes, and of course, with the rise of AI, I think that the any coin that has anything to do with data, storage, cloud computing, GPU, those projects will see an uptick in volume as AI continues to be a force throughout the market, right? Not just in crypto, but also the stock market as we're seeing from Nvidia. So if Nvidia comes back and gets a bullish earnings, I don't know if the earnings happen yet, but if they do get those bullish earnings, we can continue to see a lot of projects like this within that narrative really take the next step to to the upside. So love what I'm seeing with Jasmy. I'm personally prepared for a pullbacks. There will be a lot of people that take profits because it's crypto, right? Some people like I don't know if this thing goes any higher. Let me just take my profits and move on. You'll see a lot of that because it fell so far, right? And if you look at Jasmy here, let's get into it. Once you want to see Jasmy from the weekly, if you actually look at Jasmy on the weekly, you got the total chart. That's why I like using Trading View. You can see here that once Jasmy really crosses 3 cent, which I think that's the next step as new buyers come in. 3 cent, there's not much resistance till it reaches like 8 to 10 cent. So once this thing crosses 3 cent, it becomes a rocket. In my opinion, it becomes a rocket, right? 3 cent, then you really don't have any type of resistance from there. And you can see this thing, if we kind of like zoom it in a little bit, you can see the beautiful move that it's making there. So I would think that now we've turned 1 penny into support, and I would look for that handle or a bullish flag to come back and pretty much retest the support here at 1 penny. So just be looking for that. Once this thing crosses what 113, and which it already did at some point, but it has to hold it, right. And actually, let's do another momentum support line there. But I believe once it, and you can see here, it's a lot of resistance at 1.3. So it really makes sense, right? That once it holds, because this is a wick candle, right? But once it holds 1.3 and turns 1.3 in support, really the next step is like 3 cent, right? There's really no resistance until we hit three pennies, around 2.5, maybe a little higher. And then after we cross 3 pennies, no telling how high Jasmy could, well, once we cross 2.5, right? No telling how high it can go. So the resistance is really light. Once we cross 1 penny, man, it's not heavy resistance. So these are resistance lines that could be broken, but of course anything can happen in crypto. We can get a black swan event, we can have our post halving, pre-halving correction, and of course this is a weekly chart, so you want to be a little bit careful because this is not something that's just going to happen overnight. Even though you're seeing this huge candle, it's still a wick candle, and we gotta accept that right now this is still a wick candle. So salute to the Jasmy community, man. Turn it up, right? This thing get removes out of the innovation zone. Some type of news comes out about Q4 lockup. Some type of news comes out about the Jasmy chain. I believe they just got listed on a few wallets, right? Cold wallets. Love to see that thing. Garda wallet was the last listing. So big things are happening for Jasmy. Love to see the Jasmy community having truly getting an opportunity to enjoy this type of move. And we'll just have to see if it continues from here. Let me know in the comments, what are your Jasmy predictions? I need everybody to give a comment of the Jasmy predictions in the comments. 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, 10 cents. What's your comments? Let me know in the chat. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.